beautiful. Welcome to Dream Job with Danielle Cobo podcast. I am Danielle Cobo, elite career coach, and I believe every woman has the power to step into their dream job, earn the salary they are worth, and live the life they desire. Each week you join me, you're going to hear from inspiring women who have overcome adversity and leveled up their career. You're going to learn how to eliminate that inner critic that is holding you back from pursuing your dream, how to build confidence, create healthy boundaries to transition burnout to re-energize, and gain clarity on how to accelerate your career. It's never too late to pursue your dream job. The time is now. Are you ready? Welcome to Dream Job with Danielle Cobo. I am Danielle Cobo, elite career coach, and I believe every woman should step into their dream job and earn the salary they are worth. Today, I have a very exciting guest. She is a 10-time heavyweight champion. She is an author, a model, an actress, an entrepreneur. She has worked with celebrities such as Lady Gaga, J-Lo, Jennifer Hudson. She opened up the NBC iHeartRadio Music Awards with Nick Jonas, and she is an international best-selling author with her book, Beneath the Muscle. I am so excited to introduce to you today, Lauren Powers. Thank you.
Yay, the dogs are barking. They're excited. The dogs are walking the red carpet. This is how I roll. It's just live, and this is what we do, right? Just being transparent and authentic. Yeah, so they're going to be wrestling in the back. I hope you mind. There they go. They're out the door. Perfect. Yes, thanks. I'm really blessed to be on your show, sweetie. I'm just super proud of you for doing what you're doing and giving women entrepreneurs a platform to like show their value, right? Isn't that like what our worth is? Mm-hmm. So important. So important. So many women undervalue themselves. You know what I mean? Especially women that have faith, women that have come from a generous heart. We tend to not work up to our full potential. Or, you know what I mean? We have so much to give and so much knowledge, and we're experts in our field. But then when people want to enroll with us, it's like, oh boy, now we have to ask them for money, right? So this is a great topic. I mean, what you're doing, it's great. But I've had lots of coaching on that, so I'm good with that. I know my value.
Yes, you are. I mean, you are definitely valuable. You have made such an impact on women everywhere. You've really shown what it's like to be confident within your own skin and to really love yourself and choose yourself. So what does that mean to you to choose me?
Absolutely. That's actually one of my topics that I share from stage. And I've been, blessed to be speaking in India. Like I've won some big awards for Women Economic Forum, which was fabulous. Dr. Harbeen Arora is one of my mentors and one of the top 100 most influential women in the world, up there with Oprah and all that. Yeah, she was on my summit during COVID. So I'm just so honored to be part of that whole tribe of women entrepreneurs from all over the world. But the I Choose Me started with just my journey of being around so many women entrepreneurs and just interviewing them and finding out what, a common thread literally between all of them. And this word choice kept coming up. Like I did 30 interviews straight of some of the top women in the world. They're all like women entrepreneurs that own women's networking groups, from like Sandra Yancey that owns Eat Women Networking. Shelly Hunt owns Global Women of Change. Michaela runs the Women of Change, and like just create, big names in the industry and big speakers. And everyone talked about this word choose and having a choice. And so from that, I'm like, wow, okay, where can I go with that? Because my lane is obviously in health and wellness. So that I Choose Me came about because so many of these women that I found put themselves last, especially with their fitness and their health. It's like, at the end of the day, they're so exhausted. The last thing they want to do is go to the gym or get on the floor and do some sit-ups or some bicep curls, right? They're like, Lauren, forget kidding me. I just want to pass out, because they're dealing with everything else. They're most women professionals like yourself. that are so busy building their business and networking and whatever it is that they're doing, their products or services, that at the end of the day, that's it. They're done. They're toast because they've got families. They're running the house. They're like, of course, the women, they're doing everything, right?
Everything.
Yeah, right. And even you, I know you're a mom and you're running this business. Now you're interviewing me. Like there's always all these things going on. And so I'm like, you know what? We have to switch that mindset and realize that we have to put not ourselves last, but now I've switched my priority. I want a disclaimer right now. I put God first and then myself.
Yes.
So it used to be I choose me, but now it's I choose him and then I choose me. And my whole life personally, just to share a little bit background, completely changed when I got my priorities in that order. In fact, I'm watching, faith and fitness. I've got so many things faith built because it's so important. Like I feel like, now God is my mentor and he's on my team and everything's thriving. So the same thing will happen when the women that I coach, when they switch that mindset and just make themselves a top priority, and especially in the health and wellness. Because let's face it, without your health, what is your wealth? Right?
Absolutely.
Right? I know so many women that they build all this wealth because they're killing it and they're entrepreneurs and they're professional, they're busy, they work all the time, right? They're exhausted, but their health is falling to the wayside. And then what happens? Then they get ill. God forbid something happens to any of your listeners, because again, it needs to be such a top priority.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, everybody that you put first, your family, your children, your husband, whatever it may be, they're the ones that are going to lose if you go down.
Yep.
So it doesn't make any sense. Really, the logic behind it, if you really think about it, right? To put yourself last makes no sense, because if you get sick, everyone's going to suffer that you've been putting first.
Yeah.
So, or
counterintuitive.
Right? It's because what I found is women, they're spending all their wealth to get their health. So it's like it's backwards. So the whole program and the whole thing is to put yourself again, faith, and then yourself first, because everyone around you, when you feel good and you're confident and you're empowered and you are looking good, feeling good, you're back in your business suits, whatever it is that your goals are in, with, especially in the fitness lane, your confidence goes up and everything thrives around you. People are magnetized to you. Like I get it all the time. They're like, "Lord, you're so infectious." Even through like a platform like this on Zoom, people are like,
"I can feel your energy through here."
Yeah, your energy, it just comes through. Yes, and it's innate. It's like you can't fake that. Yes, I'm an actress, but I can't fake that stuff. It's because it's real and it's transparent. It's because I do have that inner confidence, because I take care of myself. You know what I mean? And people are like, "Oh gosh, Lauren, you're always, you're doing acupuncture, you're getting massage, you're doing facials, or all these new technologies are coming out, cryoskin and lipomeld and whatever these things are. I try everything, right? I'm constantly doing self-care and self-love. Why? Because this is my machine. I'm in. I have to be the role model and mentor to other women so they can look at me. Yes, most of my clients, they don't want to be bodybuilders. Come on, let's just get that out of the way right now. Women, I never want to be that big. I don't want to have muscles like you. I'm like, sweetheart, you'll never don't worry, a pretty little head. It's not going to happen.
It'll take a lot of work to get to where you're at.
This is like 40 years worth of, being a professional athlete. So it's not going to happen. So I look this way on purpose. And I tell people my physique is on purpose. And I consider myself a custom physique designer. Let's say that again. Custom physique designer. Not to be confused.
Love it.
Yes, thank you. Not to be confused with a personal trainer, because it's so much more. I mean, it really is. We talk about faith. We talk about, fitness as well, putting your health first, changing that mindset, working about, nutrition and supplementation, stress, getting your hormones balanced. Like all of these things are so critical when it comes to your health, getting on, prescription drugs and all of these things that I'm finding women they have inflammation, they have pain. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I live my life to be pain-free. So I have so many tips and tricks behind the scenes that I share with, with my ladies, just to get them out of pain, get them, going, getting moving. I have someone that wants to lose 100 pounds, and then I have another girl that's going to be in a bikini contest. So like I do everything in between. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So whatever, wherever you are in your fitness lifestyle right now, I can close that gap to where you want to be. And that's kind of my claim to fame. It's just, meeting where you are now to where you want to be, being the solution in between through all the things I just mentioned. It's a system and it's proven, and all I am is about getting results for my women. I've already done the work. Like I walk around and look like this on purpose, so you can see that I know what I'm doing. However,
Absolutely.
but however, wherever you want to be, I can take you there, and that's kind of my gift. It's my lane. It's my purpose. It's been my passion. So many things going on. Yes, the book, you mentioned that. That's been a big undertaking and a big something I'm very proud of now. It is called Beneath the Muscle, Unleash Your Inner Champion. In fact, I'd love to get any of your listeners a free copy of that. So maybe
that would be awesome. It's so generous of you.
Yeah, of course.
So
yeah, because it's a workbook. It's not, it's just not my story going blah, 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 all about me. And not at all. It's just shares some of my tragedies, how I've overcome them. And then each chapter has a workbook. So it reflects on the reader. So there's like questions, and it's simple, but it's a way to dive deep into what's going on in your personal life and how you can elevate up and have more of an impact in your own world. So something I'm proud of. Went bestseller in 11 countries, not just one. 11 countries.
Amazing.
Thank you. In 98 categories. So it's been impactful, and it is something I'm proud of, and I'd love to have your listeners have a free copy on me. But other than that, things are just going amazing. My faith is just going so deep. We both share the same church. I love that about you. That's super exciting.
Saddleback Church. I was born and raised there. I love that church, and even though I live thousands of miles away,
I know you moved away.
I know. Well, my husband moved us to the military. My husband moved us to the military, but yeah, I mean, we were talking about listening to Rick Warren, and just I listen to him and I immediately just feel like I'm at home and grounded and just in my beliefs and faith of how amazing God is. And
absolutely.
And you're right. It is God first, then us. And we were talking, we have to put the oxygen mask on first. We have to take care of ourselves.
Yes. Otherwise you're not good to the people you love. But women, I don't know, for some reason, I mean, by nature, we're born to nurture. And I think that's an innate thing. And so we really have to focus on that mindset and shifting gears a little bit and realize how important we are to everyone around us. And then if something, God forbid, and I've seen it, you guys, please don't let it happen to you. These women are getting sick, and there's so many awful diseases, more so now than ever, because let's face it, the water we drink, the food we eat, the air we breathe are not the same.
No, they're not.
And I'm a little bit older, and I remember what eating nutritious food tastes like, breathing fresh air, and now you have to do all these other special things behind the scenes to combat what's going on in our world. But that's knowledge, and that's information, and that's putting and implementing this and caring for yourself. And back to, when people say, oh, you're always running around doing all these things for yourself, it's self-care and self-love, because I need to be, this is the only body I have. I need to be as fit as possible and feel as fabulous as I can. So my whole program is to be fit, fierce, and fabulous. Right? Why not at 40, 50 plus? Because I'm a former firefighter. Now I focus on the females and go on. Putting faith first, family, and it's fun, but it's not free. How do you like that? A lot of F's.
It's giving us a great time to transition into your podcast, which I'm so excited. I listened to one of them this morning and it was amazing. And it's the Power Hour with Lauren Powers. So tell us a little bit about your podcast.
Absolutely. In fact, this is the other studio. So I switched gears here. And you can see, I've got the neon sign and all this fun stuff. Girl boss. Yes. It's just a platform, Danielle, to where, like what you're doing, the same kind of thing, that I'm giving other women, professional entrepreneurs, just a place to get their message out. There's more exposure, and it's fun. I love doing it. I love being interviewed, and I love interviewing. So it's on both sides. So we call it the power seat. Yesterday, I actually went live on location for my first episode, and it was a pretty big production. And I just had the CEO of the company that was at call me back, and then he wants to book me to do the same thing at all locations. There's like 16 of them. So yeah, we did something right. So that was fun. So I'll be doing the Power Hour live on location more. So it's just a way, again, if you have any guests that want to be on my show as well, they just go to powerhourtv.com/guest. Then I have an application and all that. So they want to get their message out, or their location, their business, product or service, whatever it is they're doing, their coaching, whatever it may be. It's just another way to give back. So it's exciting. It's called Power Hour, Lauren Powers. It's an hour-long show. And so far, my guests never run out of things to say. We have a lot to talk about. So yeah, super exciting. Yeah, so it's going well. And it is a podcast as well. So we do it live, and then we go on, and it's on probably the same as yours. That's just on Apple, Amazon, Google, Fire Stick, or Pandora, iHeart. Like, I don't know, everywhere. They put it in everywhere. There's 10, 11 episodes up there so far. So we just started. So it's every week. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Fun. Yeah, thanks. It's great. And that's how we met. I guess I was on Tara's podcast on her show, Smart Women. And you heard me on that. And now I'm on your show. And now you got to be on my show.
Absolutely. I would be honored to be on your show.
Absolutely.
And like you said, it's giving back. It's giving people a platform to share their message. I mean, sharing these podcasts is really about helping other people and giving them opportunity to share their message and give back. And that's exactly why we do this. So it's amazing that you're putting that together and giving that platform for people.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, it's going well. So I got the show, we got the podcast. I'll be going back into live events pretty soon. I do women's empowerment events. So have speakers come out again and share their message live. I've been asked to speak quite a few times this year as well. So I'm excited about that, because this is all kind of new, this whole women entrepreneur side of it. I've always been an entrepreneur, but on the fitness level, when I was competing, all I had to do was worry about myself, right? So it's kind of is a selfish sport. It just is.
Yeah.
Because you're on stage literally being judged from head to toe by, strangers looking at you. They don't know anything about you. They just know what you look like. So it's a whole different mindset. So now since I've shifted gears, I actually end up owning the show, because I was an athlete. Then I became the promoter, and then I became a judge for the US and traveled and judged women's or world events, I should say. But then I shifted to the women's empowerment side, and it's fun. So that's why, again, being health and the fitness part of it, and with the faith now, it's just so elevated my own personal development and staying in my lane. Makes things really nice, because I feel like if you don't share your information and your experience and your past journeys and how you've developed and your successes with other people, then that's being selfish. So I have all this knowledge and information, right? And all these tips and tricks and things I've been doing for years on how to have six-pack abs for last 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I got to tell people and share, right?
Yeah.
I can't just hold on to it all for myself like I used to, because that was for competing. But now I've already been there, done that. Now I need to it's all about getting results for others. And so I learned that through leadership and all these other kinds of things. That's where I knew that Tara, our mutual friend, was in leadership. She was one of the coaches.
I'm doing leadership in June. I'm so excited.
You are? You're going?
I'm doing leadership. Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. Because it's virtual now.
Yeah, I'm a big advocate. I've always been a big advocate of personal development and leadership development. I wake up every morning, I have podcasts, I journal in my faith journal every day, and I'm so excited to take leadership. I have to be. I will say I'm a little scared, because I know it's really gonna open up my heart to like a lot of things, like those limiting beliefs. And I came from corporate world, I didn't feel like I can be authentic and apologetically me and share my story. And so I believe that this is going to really help get it out.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I'm so excited for you.
Yeah.
Because that's huge. I mean, it's called vision. So you develop your vision, and then the next step, you go through breakthrough. It's literally called breakthrough. Yeah. In fact, I named my challenge after that. I have a 5-day body breakthrough movement that's faith-based now for Christian women that want to
Yay.
be fit, fierce, and fabulous, and accountability
Mhm.
by summer. That's another thing. I don't know when this is going to air, but May 24th to the
Uh-huh.
28th will be my 5-day free challenge doing just that. So I want to make sure I mention that because that's going to be a fun thing. That's free. Yeah. Just another
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely. Giving
Yeah.
women a chance to really like have that breakthrough. And again, as women,
Breakthrough.
like you said, we take care of everybody else. And it's so important. We're the nurturers, and you said it exactly. We nurture and we take care of everybody else, and we need to nurture ourselves first. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
And
Just in that order. Well, we go always
mhm,
have faith and then us, right? Faith
mhm,
first and then us. And that's how the I choose me thing.
mhm.
And there's so many ways to do it. And it doesn't have to be, this huge shift, but just little baby steps. And those steps
Yeah.
all add up. And
Mhm,
it just what the results are huge. So for little changes, not to be
mhm,
overwhelmed, and
mhm.
then things happen. They just do. You
Yeah.
can't help it when you do all these things right. You can't help but get results.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
you're right. It's about baby steps. I remember like I used to feel so overwhelmed and so just about feeling like I need to work out every single day. And so in 2021, I basically said, like, I'm going to ride my bike 3 days a week and I'm just going to stick with that, and if that works
It's
for me, that
simple.
works for me. And it's motivated me to ride more, but I didn't like set myself to doing 7 days a week and feeling so overwhelmed by it. It's those
Hmm.
baby steps and getting
That's
you
right.
back into the groove of things.
Yep. Set yourself up for success. And that's what the
Mm-hmm.
challenge is going to be about. I'm going to take it step by step each day, from what foods we eat to what supplements we take to even what clothes we wear. I'll have a little mini fashion show, what equipment to buy for a home gym. If
Mm-hmm.
your gyms aren't open yet, you want to still be able to do it.
Yeah.
And again, not to overwhelm you. And
Mm-hmm.
my whole thing is when people that coach with me, is I have them carve out in their calendar, literally making a date with themselves. That's where
Mm-hmm.
that self-care, self-love comes in, and choosing yourself. Is
Mm-hmm.
carve that time out where, no distractions, whether it's getting a massage or giving yourself a facial or a manicure, the smallest things, yes, but then it all
Yes.
adds up, right? You start doing that every day, and maybe it's only 20 minutes at first, then you can move up to a half hour. And my whole goal is to have women date themselves for an hour.
Yeah.
Really give them an hour, whether it is going to the gym, working out, jumping online with
Mm-hmm.
me, coming to the power hour, whatever that hour looks like, but
Mm-hmm.
carve it out. And if you're anything like me, my phone and the calendar runs my life, right? That's how even our
Oh
appointment
yeah.
was today. Okay, it's scheduled, it's there. Okay, boom, I just know where to be. Okay, at this time, this time, this time. But it's
Yep.
being organized, and so you don't get that
Mm-hmm.
feeling of overwhelmed, because that
Yeah.
can take you down. And then, let's face it, we really want to keep our stress levels down. So the
Mm-hmm.
more organized and simpler we can do it, it gives ourselves grace. I'm all about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whatever you did yesterday, or you ate chocolate cake last night, someone's birthday, whatever, don't beat yourself up. I work with a lot of clients
Yes.
that do that. They come to me and they're like, oh, I ate this, I ate that, and look at, I gained this 40 pounds during COVID. And they're, what is this? And what is this? They look in the mirror and they start loathing themselves and beating themselves up. And then those negative self-talks come out. And then they're
Mm-hmm.
saying these horrible things to themselves in the mirror. I'm like, like, stop,
Yeah.
please. And then we change the languaging. Super important.
Mm-hmm.
And give yourselves grace, ladies. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The thing is, you got to look
Mm-hmm.
at is decide now whether you're listening right this minute. Take a stance and stay committed, and stand for yourself. Stand for your health. Stand for your confidence and your body, and elevate yourself and give yourself that time, and not beat yourself up. It's like
Yeah.
it's okay. It's just make a decision and then go for it.
Yeah.
And little baby steps, like Danielle was saying, just do the one step at a time. Oh, ride your bike 3 days a week. And then if you do 4, now it's even more of a
Mm-hmm.
success. Instead of
Mm-hmm.
a disappointment, your success. And so it's the little things, and it makes such a big difference. It really does.
Absolutely. It is a little things. And it's, and you're saying schedule time to take care of your health, schedule time to work out. And I see the same things with
Okay.
my client with career coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Take time, carve out time for your personal development. Read a leadership book, read anything that's going to help you succeed in your career. And a lot of that is self-care, as well as, your development. And we have to take care of ourselves. My husband flies Blackhawks one night a week, and he's always like, what do you do those nights? And I'm like, okay, well, I do face masks. I watch my girly TV shows. I do peels on my face. I am from head to toe pamper session.
Yes.
And I love it. I secretly, I really look forward to those days because it's a night of me. Yeah.
Yes. So, yes. That's what we're talking about. Absolutely.
I believe you got to take care of yourself.
And then you feel what? You feel so much better, right?
Oh, and yes, I feel relaxed.
Yes. And then when he comes home, you're all in a good mood. You're, and so everybody wins. That's the whole point. It's a win-win.
Yes.
And that's just the name of the game. But a lot of people are missing that boat. And so I just feel this, so I love getting on platforms like this, just to keep getting the word out and not to sound like a broken record, but you need to keep saying it because
it's not a broken record. You need to hear it over and over and over again. That you got to give yourself permission to take care of yourself and be compassionate with yourself. There's going to be some days where you're going to eat nothing but fruits and veggies and meat and be super healthy. And then there's going to be some days where you're going to splurge on that chocolate cake. And it's okay to do that. Right. Don't beat yourself up for it. Because what I tell my clients is, would you tell others the same way that you talk to yourself? So change the language. If you're saying, gosh, I'm such an idiot, or, oh, I can't believe I ate this. Well, would you look at somebody and say, you're an idiot? No. Right. Would you say you're fat? No. So why do we tell ourselves these things? Yes.
Exactly. Self-love, ladies, self-love. Wherever you are, like I said, that we're giving yourself grace and that permission. I like that. Grace and permission. Those two go hand in hand together. And then you feel better and things will change. And I don't even like talking about losing weight. I talk about, I'll talk about releasing weight. Because if you lose something, you can go and find it again, right?
That's true. Releasing. And you also said about the physique that's right for that person.
That's right.
We're all different. We all have beautiful figures in our own way. There's not just one way to be. And you design the physique that's best for that person.
Correct. That's exactly right. I had a gal that wanted to be, professional singer and get famous and all this. And she was looking at the singers that are super skinny. And I'm like, you will never look like that. You're not your frame. Your God didn't design you that way. Let's make the best version of you with what you have and just sculpt it and make it beautiful.
Yep.
Right. And you can't go be anorexic over, you'll get an eating disorder. You know what I mean? Trying to be someone you're not. And so that's the whole thing too, is you've got to be true to yourself and who you are and who you're meant to be. And then you can make choices and decide. And you can, yes, of course, tone and firm and sculpt, and we can always level up. Like, I've won all these awards or whatever, and I'm always looking to better myself. Like, it's never enough, even with myself. Because you can always fine tune, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're trying to be someone that you're not, or you compare, and I talk about this too in a lot of my speeches, is as women too, we tend to compete and compare instead of collaborate. It's a big difference. You know what I mean? So you have to have your own confidence and collaborate with people and lift each other up.
Yes.
Instead of compare each other and try to bring each other down. Oh, I can't stand that.
I don't understand that. I've been around women where
you've lived in Orange County. You know what I'm talking about.
My gosh, living in Orange County is so, I will be 100% transparent with this. I really struggled with living in Orange County. I grew up in Orange County. I lived there for 30 years. And I remember when I moved out of Orange County, and I moved from Orange County to Enterprise, Alabama, which is, it was 45 minutes to the nearest Starbucks, okay? I was taken from Newport Beach to Enterprise, Alabama.
Oh my gosh, what a shift.
And I remember two things about that moment. One was, I felt confident to not wear makeup. I felt confident to just be myself because I wasn't comparing myself to every other Newport Beach girl. That's beautiful. Everyone's a 10 there. And the other thing I also...
Competition's high.
Competition's really high. And the other thing I learned is I remember when I moved to Alabama and somebody said, you know, Danielle, you might not want to carry that purse around here, or Danielle, you may not wear heels around here because that's not how they dress. And I said, no, I'm going to be true to who I am.
That's right.
I'm going to dress the way I want because you said, just like you said, I want to feel confident. And if I dress up, I feel confident and I'm just like light up, then that's how I'm going to dress. And if other people think that I'm too dressed up or they don't like the way that I'm dressed, then that's on them.
That's their problem, right?
Yeah, that's their problem. I like wearing heels and I also like wearing flip-flops. It depends on what my mood is that day, but I'm not going to change who I am.
Thank you. Thank you. See, you're going to rock leadership. I'm so excited you're going. I'm
so excited. Excited and nervous.
Yeah, then the breakthrough is good. I really like that. And then I didn't experience like these major things personally because I've done a lot of work along the way, you know what I'm saying? But what I was so amazed by is hearing some of the stories and literally seeing these people like almost change their appearance. Like they became new people, like stepped into their own. And that was it's just amazing. It's really good work. I mean, for me, you can never stop learning.
No, you can't. Yeah.
And leveling up and surround yourself with people that you aspire to be like, instead of, you know, being the top of the food chain. Like I always want to hang out with people that do have more, you know, so I can keep learning, you know, and like pick their brains of how, you know, how did you do this or that? And I just love that, like a sponge.
Yes.
You know, but it's nice to be role models to others as well. So it's almost a balance, you know, I have a lot of people that look up to me.
And that's where we get to have this platform, you know, when we're surrounded by a group of women that are entrepreneurs and you know, they've had all success. It's great because we get to aspire to it. We get to be part of that network. And at the same time, we get to have platforms like this where we get to just pour in and give and give and give. So that other women that are coming up can aspire to do the same and to be empowered to do the same. And that's why we have these platforms. So
absolutely. People are like, how do you do it? How do you do it all? You're on TV, you're in Hollywood doing all these things. Now you're doing your own TV show. Now you're doing the podcast. And now you're doing live shows and you're traveling and you're teaching and you have got clients. It's like, you just do it. I'm just committed to it. You know, I mean, I'll be transparent too. I don't have children. I have my 4-legged one running around. And that's full time. I don't know how you ladies. I have a new respect for moms. My little baby had back surgery and was paralyzed with her back legs, and so she needed me 24/7. And so I understand now, being a true man, this is a lot of work. You know? It
is a lot of work.
I have more respect for moms. I absolutely do. Hands down to you women. You know, it's amazing. But I feel that the busier women are, it seems to be the more they can get done.
Absolutely. So I never understood before having kids. I was like, my job is so demanding. How do I do this? And people often will ask me, you know, your husband was deployed for a year. You had 2-year-old twins and you traveled 60% of the time across 5 states. You know, how did you do it?
With twins.
With twins. Yeah. My little minion.
Not one, two.
Yeah. And I said, you know what? You just do it. You put one foot in front of the other. You take it day by day. There's going to be days where you're an awesome mother and not such a great employee. And there's going to be days that you're an awesome employee and not such a great mom. Right. But you give yourself compassion for it. And you just take it day by day. It's not going to be perfect. And you're really intentional with your time. Very intentional with your time. And so it's interesting that actually having kids, I have better balance in my life.
Yeah, I bet you'd have to.
I have to.
Make it all work.
Yeah, when I'm done with work, I'm like, okay, kids, let's go to the splash pad. Let's go do this. Like, let's go out. I never did that before. And so, yeah, you become more intentional with your time. So.
Well, clearly you look fabulous and you're doing it all. I haven't met your twins, but I hope to. I need to come to Florida and visit.
Yes, I would love that. And I'll come back to Orange County and visit too. I got something out there.
Give these women a run for their money. Gonna tell them, don't compete. Don't compete. Don't compare. No. Let's collaborate.
No, yes. So Lauren, where can everybody find you? Because I know my listeners have just
have listened to such a powerful message today, and where can they find you?
Absolutely. I'm on everything.
Everything and everywhere.
Yes, everything, everywhere, do it all. Well, my website is the easiest. Just go to laurenpowers.com. And then all the icons from Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, of course. I have a fan page there. I have my Body Breakthrough Club, which is if your women want to get, some tips and tricks behind the scenes of, what I do and get my women in shape. My challenges are held there. All the replays are there. It's the bodybreakthroughclub.com on Facebook. And that it's a private group, but I'll, of course, approve your friends.
So generous of you, as always.
Yes. And then my YouTube channel. Yes, I want to make sure, because I'm building that right now, because that hosts all the previous power hours. So if you're just new to me in my world, I've had a privilege to interview pretty amazing people so far. They're generous with their gifts and their knowledge, and their content is always, high level stuff. So that's hosted on my YouTube channel. It's free. I'd love you guys to subscribe and just go to Lauren Powers on YouTube and hit the little button, little bell.
We're all subscribing today. It's all happening.
Yes,
We're
please,
joining your group. We're subscribing.
YouTube. Yeah, because I can share this. Like when you send me the copy, I'll put that up there. And so different interviews that I've personally done. The power hours are there. The challenges are there. My new challenges will be hosted there. You can see some of my stuff with J-Lo and Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga and Jennifer Hudson, like you were sharing, Nick Jonas. All those videos are all there, hosted, super easy to see. My Eat True Hollywood and some fun stuff I've had to do in my past.
Yeah.
That, the other life I have. It all leads to this, right? It all leads to just giving and sharing and being transparent, like I said, and just sharing positive things with other people so they can elevate their own lives. And that's what I think we're here as women to do, is just collaborate and elevate each other up, empower one another. And I'm all about powers empowerment. You like that?
I love it. Powers empowerment.
And don't lose your power when you're talking to me.
Yeah,
you're so electrified, it blew your circuits out.
I know, my gosh, right? I mean, I've lost power multiple times, and of course it's the day I'm interviewing Lauren Powers. So
yeah, it happens. Yeah.
But we worked through it, and I thank you so much for being a guest today. My audience is going to be, they're just going to love your message, and you've inspired so many people, and you continue to do that. So thank you.
Faith and fitness, baby. Faith and fitness. Yes, I'd love to make sure they get the book and the YouTube channels and all that. If I can send you the links and let everybody know, so it's easy.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll make sure the links are included in the bottom of the podcast. So you'll have your website, all of your links to your social media, of course your YouTube channel. We'll include all the links in that as well.
Perfect. You rock. We got to see each other in person soon. Yes. I hope we'll make it happen. I know we will.
We'll make it happen.
Because that's what we do. We make things happen.
One day at a time.
Right.
Well, thank you so much, Lauren.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. Bye, everyone.
Bye.